Yeah, what's happening, people? Hope you're all good. Nice one for watching the last video. Like I said, this will be a weekly thing again for as far as I can do it. Okay, I've got some traveling and stuff coming up for my shows soon, but today's topic, right, is about structuring your day, your routine. Okay, and it might sound quite straightforward, but when I say to some of my clients, so just to give you an overview, a lot of the lads I work with are self-employed business owners, high levels of management. For example, one of the lads has got a business that builds motorbikes or like builds parts for them and works on them. He might go 5-6 hours just on a job without eating. I've got other lads who do property, the in between viewings, all that kind of stuff. Lads who are just managing business on day to day. I've got lads who work normal shift work and things like that. So the whole point of this is to try and help you understand my point of view, how I would organise my week to week. Okay, so my background, right? When I try and give some advice, I don't like people to think that I'm just an online coach and I've got all the time in the world, because the way my job is now, I do have a lot of time in the day around work and stuff, so I can make food at home. I can cook meals fresh and things like that. But that weren't always the case. Pardon me. That weren't always the case. I worked in Jaguar cars for like 10 years, 9 years to be exact. And what I was doing, I was working on the production line building Range Rovers, okay? And I basically done that for 9 years. I worked nights, I worked days, which was like 6 till 2. I worked 2 till 11 or 2 till 10 shifts. And I worked nights, which was like 10 till 6 in the morning. And I've done that for a very long time, so I understand shift work, I understand shift patterns, and I also understand being self-employed and having no kind of shift patterns holding you together, okay? And that's what I want to speak about today. So right now, how my kind of week to week works is I plan my week around my meal timings, okay? And this is the message I want to kind of give to you. Like, so my day, I want to know when I want to eat, when that works best for me. So let's just say, for example, I train at 2:30. I eat at 9 a.m, I eat at 11:30, I eat at 1:30, go to the gym, I come home and then have my other meals. And I fit my framework around them meals, okay? So even though I'm doing I've got check-ins to do, I've got client consultations to do for new clients, and I've got client catch-up calls for current clients. I do check-ins, I do content blocks, I make YouTube like I'm doing now. I will make sure that my food times are adhered to, like the breaks. So I give myself breaks. So if you're self-employed like me, you're running around in a van all day, you're going to different jobs, you may be plastering, you may be electrician, you're doing whatever, you're working from home. You need to give yourself break times like you would any other job. If you're watching this now and you work like an office-based job or like a 9 to 5 job, 9 times out of 10 you'll have a break time. If you're an operator like I was in the past working with Jaguar, you'll have break times. You'll be told this is what time your break is, or you can be flexible with that. More rigid with that, I mean. So that's how I would structure my day. So typically, I would eat before work, I would eat on my 2 breaks from work, I would eat after work, and there's some structure built into your day. People like me who are self-employed and working from home, I would literally set my alarm and be like, this is the time I'm having breaks. I won't take a client call on a break time, even if it's a new client and it's potential cash on the table for me. I won't do it. Anytime my clients need some help and support, I'll offer them help and support outside of my break times. I know what time I'm going to the gym. That's another piece of time that I take out of my day to make sure that that's not disturbed time. Okay, so that's one way to look at your structure throughout the week, to make sure that you've got accountability throughout your day. You can't get to like 4 or 5 hours and go, you know what, I'm up on it. Because the thing is, that's when you're going to run into the most problems, okay? I know from experience, if I've gone like 4 hours without food and I'm out and about still, I'm not prepared, I've missed a break time because I'm catching up and doing viewings or whatever your job is, you're going to get to a point where the amount of hunger that you've built up is just going to be hard to beat with one meal, okay? And that's when you break your diet. That's when you grab a chocolate bar. That's when you go into an office and there's cookies and you have one. That's when you walk past the cafe and think, I'll get something quick from here. You buy some snacks, you eat biscuits, you eat crap. And that's the reason why, is because you've eliminated structure from your day. Once that structure's gone and you don't have break times, you don't have set routine times, it's so easy for you to go, you know what, I'm starving, I'm going to eat a muffin. Someone in work's brought this and I'm going to eat that. Someone in the office has just brought in sweets for everyone because they just completed the deal. I'll eat them because I've not ate for a few hours, I'm starving. If you would have ate your break time, if you would have ate at the set times you give yourself throughout the day, you're going to be more productive, and when you do get an offer of like something off plan, you're not going to break first time, okay? So that's the main thing with them, okay? Now, a lot of you got kids, and this is why people struggle more when kids are off school, when they're on half term, over Christmas, over Easter, over summer, compared to when kids are in school. It's the exact same thing, it's structure. So if you're a parent and you co-parent with your missus, and you're dropping the kids off from school, picking the kids up, one day it's you, one day it's her, or whatever, vice versa, you'll find that your day has more structure because you're tied around your child's school care and evenings, okay? So it might be Monday, for example, it might be a school run in the morning, home, go to work. It could be a school run in the afternoon, or your missus might do the school run. You might do the football run in the evening, take your kid to one of the classes that they do. Bath time, bedtime, and then you might have an hour or something to yourself. When you've got a day like that, you might think you're the most productive in them days when kids are in school, because that flexibility and structures in your day. And that's why people fall off on school terms when kids are off, or that's when people fall off when they're working from home, because they eliminate structure that's kept them on plan all week. So if you're someone who typically works in the office 2 days a week, works from home 3 days a week, then 3 days a week you're at home, your structure might go out the window, because you're not giving yourself the the proper time throughout the day that you're going to sit and eat, or you're going to delegate the tasks. So a lot of being on and off plan is down to delegation of your time. It's down to how you organise your week. It's how you structure your week, okay, and how you value your time as well. Because if you're self-employed like me, a lot of people are going to want your time at random parts of the day. It could be a deal that you close and you need to go and make the money. It could be a customer that's called you. You know, you need to go and price a job up, or have a call with them or something. But as long as you can do that outside your allocated times, you know, that'll be perfect. And the thing is, to eat, it's 10 or 15 minutes. You're not taking an hour out your day. It's the same as going to grab a coffee. Like the amount of time it's going to take to go to a coffee shop, walk inside, get an order, come out and drink it. You could have just had a meal as well. So yeah, make sure there's structure in your day. So yeah, that's the message today. If you're self-employed or a business owner similar to me, career driven, high up in a position in work, and you've just got a lot of responsibilities, make sure that you still give yourself 15 minutes spread throughout the day to eat your meals. Make sure you give yourself an hour to go to the gym at least 3 days a week. Make sure that time is kind of non-negotiable, so you've got a routine. So it could look like Mondays you always go to the gym, Wednesdays you go to the gym, Friday might be your busiest day of the week, so you might go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. You might have Saturday and Sunday just off with the kids or whatever. Or the other way around, you might find that the weekends is your best time. You might go to the gym 7 a.m, Saturday and Sunday mornings, so you've got the rest of the week and whatever else. So make sure you can find a structure in your week. Make sure that, and if you are working 9 to 5, make sure that you use the structure as best as you can. Don't miss meals. Don't you know, make sure you use your break times that are allocated to fit that around your routine. And yeah, like this is one of the main things in my opinion where people go wrong, especially business owners and self-employed people. Make sure you give yourself that time, okay? If you have any questions, any issues, anything you want to know, give me a shout. I'll be dropping YouTube videos preferably every Monday. My show is in 7 weeks time from now, so we've probably got about 5 more Mondays before I do shows, go to Thailand and do other stuff with my content. I'll probably do some day in the life stuff as well. If there is anything you want to see, leave it in the comments below. Make sure you head over to Elite Optimize and get some supplements as well. Use my code ADAM10. I've been working with these for a while now. I've been buying from them since day one. They're honestly a really good supplement company. I've used tons of brands before, and these are genuinely one brand that I just kept reordering. They asked me to be an ambassador for the brand as well now, which is sick. If you can't support that, use my code at checkout and get yourself a bit of a discount. See you soon.